When I heard that Tupac died, I was cooking in a restaurant and tickets were piling up and I'm like, I don't care, fire me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, that was devastating.
The hip-hop community has long been rife with rumors and conspiracy theories, one of the most persistent being the notion that scene Diddy Combs had a role in the death of Tupac Shakur. Recently, this theory has taken a new twist with reports suggesting that Eminem and 50 Cent confronted Diddy, accusing him of sacrificing Tupac. This dramatic allegation, if true, adds a significant layer to the already complex narrative surrounding one of the most famous murders in music history. To understand the gravity of these accusations, it is essential to revisit the history of the East Coast-West Coast rivalry that dominated the 1990s hip-hop scene. This feud was primarily personified by two of the era's biggest stars, Tupac Shakur and Christopher Wallace, better known as the Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls. Tupac was associated with Death Row Records on the West Coast, while Biggie was a prominent figure at Bad Boy Records on the East Coast, a label founded by scene Diddy Combs. The rivalry escalated to a dangerous level, with both Tupac and Biggie being targets of violent attacks. Tupac was famously shot multiple times in a 1994 robbery in New York, an incident that he believed involved Bad Boy Records. This belief fueled the animosity between the two camps, culminating in Tupac's murder in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas in 1996 and Biggie's murder in Los Angeles just 6 months later.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because you listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody to kill Pac? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
In recent times, the theory has resurfaced with Eminem and 50 Cent reportedly confronting Diddy. According to these reports, the confrontation centers around allegations that Diddy sacrificed Tupac, implying a deliberate and calculated move to eliminate a rival. This terminology evokes imagery of sinister plots and deep conspiracies, suggesting that Tupac's murder was not just a consequence of a violent feud, but a strategic decision to gain power and control in the hip-hop industry.
Yeah. Shout to Puffy Combs, but fuck revolt. Y'all are like a fucked up remote. Now I get it why buttons broke, cause you press him but he don't do nothing, no. Especially when it comes to punches thrown. You motherfuckers keep wanting smoke, so the blunt is rolled. Take another toke of the spliffing in hell. Cause all you're gonna get is an L. And smoke like a fucking roach, so we don't got nothing in common, not even a fucking cold. A nasal issue if it comes to blows. Wasted tissue, tell this journalist, stick to the stuff he knows. Like always running from egos.
Eminem and 50 Cent are two of the most influential figures in modern hip-hop, both known for their outspokenness and fearless approach to controversy. Their involvement in this narrative is particularly compelling given their past interactions with Diddy and their positions in the music industry. Eminem, a protege of Dr. Dre, who co-founded Death Row Records, has had a complicated relationship with Diddy. While there has been mutual respect, Eminem has not shied away from criticizing Diddy and his business practices in his lyrics and interviews. 50 Cent, who was discovered by Eminem and Dr. Dre, has also had a turbulent relationship with Diddy. Their rivalry has been marked by public feuds and diss tracks, with 50 Cent frequently accusing Diddy of shady dealings and lack of loyalty.
I know you've been out here a minute, man. I'm glad you came here last, though, man. I know you've been around town, man. I said, let me let everybody talk to Nas, and I want to sit down and talk to him because I'm a real big fan.
Thank you, man.
Nas, I am, really, man. I really, I sat last night and listened to more of your albums. And not that I haven't heard them all already, but I said let me go back and pop in. I got to tell you, man, the second album I had to say is one of my favorites, man. I got to tell you, I know people said that with the track masters it wasn't like as hip hop as they wanted from the first album to the second one. You had a lot of drama at that time. People don't want to. Hey, I got to tell you, man, that song with that Sting and the Police sample. The second one on The Message. Yeah. From there on, man, it's on that whole record, man. I love that album. And I got to tell you, the Lost Tapes is one of the best records you put out that I thought nobody really paid attention to. Right. The Lost Tapes. Right. Yeah. What was that about, Nas? Was Lost Tapes about the label got songs, or you actually were behind putting that together?
I think that was like I just had a lot of songs that didn't make any album, and I didn't know what to do with them. So
I mean, I honestly didn't know what to do. So we just put about 10, 12, was it 14?
It's right here, man. I brought it. I wanted you to sign mine. That's how heavy it is. 11, man. With that,
Yeah.
I mean, Purple, My Way, No Ideas Original. I mean, I'm telling y'all, if you ever have a chance to get the Lost Tapes by Nas, get that record, man. It's an incredible record, man. I enjoyed that a lot, man.
Thanks, dog.
Let me ask you, Nas, about these albums, man. In the beginning, you had, the pictures. Like your first album was a picture. The second album was a picture. Nostradamus was a picture. And then you kind of got off the picture in the front cover. Was there a reason behind that?
Yeah. I just wanted to change it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed I like album covers. Like I used to pick like a lot of samples for records just by listening, by actually looking at an album. Like you go record shopping or whatever. I'm not a real producer, but I have been with Lost Professor, and he just showed me how he go looking for records. So I help him pick out records like back in the days. Like look at this cover. Wow, they got a Rolls Royce on the cover. Look, oh, this gotta be hot. The album gotta be hot. You know what I mean? So I was just like that. I wanted to do my album covers to have some meanings and stuff like that. But then I didn't want to keep it going. I wanted to kind of change it up. I got tired of it. Wanted to change it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Now, let me ask you this, man. Why do you think, I mean, I know why, but you've had a lot of rappers in your career that have came at you and took their shots. You know what I mean? 50 Cent took a shot, and, you've had, I don't know, Cormego, I don't know, I get lost, and so many people been, you know what I mean? And even Tupac at one point, had said some things about you. Is that part of the game, man? Or I mean, what?
It's definitely a part of the game, man. If you want to get into rap, young children out there, you want to get into rap, baby, it is no easy gig, baby.
The alleged confrontation between Eminem, 50 Cent, and Diddy reportedly took place during a private meeting. According to sources, Eminem and 50 Cent directly accused Diddy of being involved in 2Pac's murder, using language that suggested they believed he had orchestrated the event as a sacrifice to secure his position in the industry. This bold accusation reportedly left Diddy stunned and defensive, though he vehemently denied any involvement in 2Pac's death. Diddy's response to these allegations has been consistent with his past denials. He has always maintained that he had no involvement in 2Pac's murder and that he is unfairly targeted by conspiracy theories and rumors. In the wake of the confrontation with Eminem and 50 Cent, Diddy reiterated his innocence, emphasizing that he had nothing to gain from 2Pac's death and that he had always respected him as an artist despite their professional rivalry.
You dig?
Especially when you're good.
Yeah, and if you're good, oh boy, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
It's crazy.
One thing I gotta say though, man, I gotta tell you, Nas, you're a real MC because you have really, nobody's took you down. I mean, even the Jay-Z thing was great, man, but that ether was that stung. There was this thing. It was like, hey, man, it ain't gonna be that easy, bro. You're a bad rapper and all that, but Nas gonna bring the ether, and I just heard him in a song the other day on some remix, and he said, "I got stronger after ether."
Yeah.
And I mean, Nas, let me tell you something, man. Everybody's been talking, when the whole thing went down with you and Jay-Z, cool, that was his whole thing. You guys, and I commend you for keeping it so hip-hop and both of y'all being grown men about it and also being professionals, you know what I mean? You didn't take it all street and guns and all kind of violence and all that. It was a rap thing, and that's what it was supposed to be about. And that's you guys set the tone for people to understand that there is a way to make a battle if you're going to battle, you know what I mean?
Yo, Julio, I always tell cats, like, anybody that gets into rap, your neighborhood start to love you, you got paper, you can squat up a lot thicker than you used to. You could squat up.
Yeah. No
so if you could squat up because you popping with your records, and he could squat up, and he can hire armed security, and he can hire armed. Yo, dog, what y'all doing? It's over. There's no reason to even go at it because. You know what I mean? It's like, there's no reason to even go at it, dog. And then most of the time when you do, somebody's telling. You know what I'm saying? And we learn from, the deaths of B.I.G., the deaths of Tupac, dog. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that I can always dodge a lot of the drama that's going to come my way because I'm not running from nothing. But at the same time, I'm a man. And this is a man's world. This is a man's game. You know what I'm saying? And it's a kid's game, too. Hip-hop belongs to the kids right now a lot. But, overall, man, everything I'm based on is about being a man.
Yeah. Well, check it out, man. I got to tell you, Nas, about that whole thing. I know people, when you sign with Jay-Z and Def Jam, I know people were like, wow, he signed it with Jay-Z and this and that. But I actually looked at it the other way around. I said, wow, this guy really must like this guy to sign him after Ether, man. Like, no, really, man, like on the real, think about it. Like forget you signing to him. What would make this guy stop and say, man, that dude that shot me that Ether, I want to sign him. That's like
what happened? Well,
how did that all go about? How did that start? Now?
Yeah, because he didn't sign me actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm still with Columbia Records, but this record I wanted to be more important. I knew that me and Jay squashing out drama, and we talked about it and talked about how to really facilitate this movement. Mm-hmm. Him coming back to the game, me coming with my record around the same time is a big move. Mm-hmm. So we strategically put this together. So I got Sony involved to get Def Jam involved. And really it was a play that really started from L.A. Reid. And he was like, I'm interested in you coming over here, Nas. So I had one record to do left with Sony. So I kind of split that up with Def Jam. And it was a hard process, but you know, Jay just laid in the cut till it was done.
Wow.
And I got it all done, taken care of. And like we said, this ain't about him signing me and nothing like that. It's about a movement. So and these are where black executives are doing it. L.A. Reid, Jay, and a few other cats up there, Jay Brown and all of that. So you bring Nas there, you can't lose.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you know, I wanted to be a part of that, bring Def Jam back to his glory days. And that's what's up.
That's what's up, man. Check it out. Hip Hop is Dead, December 19th in stores. You mind if I take it back, Nas?
Please do, please.
Let's go back a little bit, man. Julio G and Nas, baby. K-Day. Yeah. Had to take him back a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Nas in the house, Julio G, 935 K. December 19th, Hip Hop is Dead. Out in the stores, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Nas, I want to ask you this, man. I've always wanted to know this. I mean, so I have you in front of me, man. I feel bad. I know you got things to do, brother, but I'm just such a fan. We here, you know what I mean? I want to talk to you when I got you out here in LA, man.
No
let me ask you about 2Pac. Is it true that you seen 2Pac at the MTV Awards the couple days before he died? Did you guys run into each other there, actually?
Yeah, we ran into each other.
What was that conversation about, and what was going on with, you know, the whole thing, man? If you could take me back to it.
Yo, you know what, man? I was thinking, like, think about it the other day, like, he must have been going through a whole lot, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because he saw me, and I saw him, and he had a bunch of people with him. I had a bunch of people with me. And it could have went either way, because at the time the tension was so high. Yeah. And I kind of felt like I was the New York dude at the time, you know. So it was my duty to see what was going on. So I went to see what was going on, and he basically had, you know, there was some issues with Mob, and at the time me and Mob were a lot tighter. And you know, he had heard that I said things about him, and I heard he had this Machiavelli album coming up, and you know, that he told me what he was saying. And he basically was like, you know, me and you never supposed to go at it. Not us, it wasn't supposed to happen. It's just that things got misconstrued. So he actually, like, he was going to change all of that and come meet him in Vegas. And we were just in Vegas, and Jungle bumped into one of the Outlaws. And he was telling Jungle about, you know, how the last thing Pac did wasn't his last message. Pac had more to do. He didn't want his last message to be what we hear. Yeah. So, and he remembers the time and remembers talking about the meeting and everything. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna put that in the book one day, children. Yeah, that's right. Children out there listening, we're gonna put that in the book, man.
We're gonna pay some bills. Come back more with Nas, man. When I come back, I want to ask you. I want to ask you about lyrics, Nas, when I come back, man. I want to ask you about your style, and I want you to really break that down for the fans, man, that have been listening to you for years. We're going to get into the style. I want to ask you about Ill Will, because I see that name come up a lot, and I hear that name a lot. I want you to break that down, and we're going to have some more things.
These allegations have sent shockwaves through the hip-hop community. The idea that two of the genre's most respected figures, Eminem and 50 Cent, would confront another prominent figure like Diddy over such serious accusations is unprecedented. It has reignited debates and discussions about the true circumstances surrounding 2Pac's death, a case that remains officially unsolved despite numerous theories.
Doing it, I'm going. The nigga Pop was like, yeah, like first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, you know, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga like fucking. This nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. But there's a little fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. Trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there. I'm just sitting out there for no reason. You don't see accident pictures with me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look. Later you gonna find out a little shit that I be saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, listen. I'm trying to tell you the truth. But the truth, sometimes it hurts. Right. It hurts people and they don't want to hear that shit. But I'm trying to tell you, nigga asked me, could he take me shopping? And it bucked me up because I'm looking like, what the fuck did this nigga just say? I want to take you shopping. I got a bankroll out this motherfucker. I want to take you shopping. Why? Because when you walk around looking so motherfucking good, I'm going to feel like, God damn it, that motherfucker with me.
Fans and observers are divided. Some believe that Eminem and 50 Cent's willingness to confront Diddy lends credibility to the allegations, suggesting that there might be some truth to the long-standing rumors. Others see it as another chapter in the ongoing drama and rivalry that characterizes much of hip-hop's history, with accusations being a part of the performative aspect of the genre. 2Pac Shakur's legacy continues to loom large over the hip-hop industry. Widely regarded as one of the greatest rappers of all time, his music, poetry, and activism have left an indelible mark on the culture. The circumstances of his death have become an integral part of his mythos, with many viewing him as a martyr who was taken too soon. The allegations against Diddy, if proven true, would add a dark chapter to 2Pac's legacy, suggesting that his death was not just a tragic consequence of a violent feud, but a calculated move by powerful industry figures. This would undoubtedly cast a long shadow over Diddy's legacy as well, calling into question his entire career and contributions to the music industry.
Yeah. What's going on, my brother? Oh, man. Yo, it's Groove here?
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Happy birthday to Fabulous. The only nigga that got the name that I want. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot for that, bro.
My mouth a little dry. Let me drink some more.
Okay.
But
No, it's your show today, Dad.
No.
The one thing I've been you got questions?
Groove, come here, Groove.
Yeah, Fab talking to flow like this.
Hey, yo, Rastafari. Hey, yo.
Fab walked in.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
He was talking
I know
to
the
flow.
shit.
I gotta pick it up from right there.
This why I gotta pick it up from right here.
Look at this nigga.
Fab, pick it up.
This is a
Fab,
rap
big
nigga.
Groove. Go ahead.
No, Groove.
Killing.
Come tell the story. Groove, we intoxicated.
Listen.
Oh, Groove, you helping me build that beautiful, nice guy, Rastafari brand of yours, huh?
Yeah.
I see you, man.
I'm walking in at that hallway right there.
Bag at Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my
Chance. I
bag
like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag?
Daddy, I like when
Mr.
you
Lee? Oh, it's right here,
scrambling
it's
and
right
scraping for
here.
shit.
No. I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing. I got
Yeah,
notes
there you
and
go.
shit.
Got your notes.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go over that one.
Make a
That
wish.
one.
Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day.
Every day's a birthday on Drink Champs, goddammit. I'm in.
Okay.
We ain't fucking with that. I got notes now. I'm trying to get my life together.
I want to taste the vegan
Yo,
cake.
Fendi, what's going on?
Conspiracy theories are a persistent element of popular culture, particularly in cases involving high-profile deaths. The deaths of 2Pac and Biggie Smalls have been fertile ground for such theories, partly because of the unresolved nature of the cases and the larger-than-life personas of the individuals involved. These theories often thrive on the lack of clear evidence and the allure of hidden truths.
Just vibe, like just see where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm
I
saying
miss-
it seems like a thing
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party.
Puff, man. I
Man,
miss
but I'm
partying.
talking about for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Come on.
No. This me and you.
All right, I need a shot.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Shot,
This
bro.
one's okay.
Yeah, I just had
I'm
to
in.
see. It's all together. Me and you.
Eyes.
Eyes.
Eyes. Let's do it. Spilling it all over.
Eyes.
It's going down. That's that French vanilla?
Yeah.
I was not James. I was not James. Make some guys me being there. Make some noise.
Hey, yo. So Ray J came with me.
Discovery.
I'm in doing something presently at the moment.
Okay.
And I need to break out.
Okay.
And I don't want to be rude, you know.
No,
I just
you're
want to
not
stop
rude.
by and give love.
Yeah.
Love. Niggas need to stop cooning right now. It's an emergency situation. Niggas need to stop cooning, including myself. You know what I'm saying? Nothing off me. We all need to motherfucking get focused and get this money.
Eminem and 50 Cent's allegations against Diddy can be seen within this context. Whether driven by genuine belief, strategic rivalry, or a desire for justice, their confrontation with Diddy taps into a broader narrative of suspicion and intrigue that surrounds the hip-hop industry. It underscores the difficulty in separating fact from fiction in a world where rumors and myths often hold as much sway as concrete evidence.
Segueing into the Drink Champs interview when you was with Nori and Fab and Jada and everybody, they made a compilation video of you because they said you were sounding real suspect on the interview.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Of course I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I swear to God.
Come on, man. You saw that on World Star and on the gram.
Check this out. When they started playing the game, the pause game, I would definitely...
That came from Harlem, too, by the way.
Yeah, came from Harlem. I definitely would say some, the crowd would be like, whoa, did he just say that? You know what I'm saying? I don't play games, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But, yeah.
Did you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of partying. I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man. I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy, when you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man.
He's like, I don't know what I was talking about.
Hey. Nah. I mean, I was
You don't go back and look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm sure we can put Charlamagne's compilation against Diddy's compilation.
We have a bunch. We put.
Yeah. I mean, I also don't do it because I know I'm bad at the game. Right. I know I say like reckless stuff out my mouth that's just not maybe adding up to with somebody who's homophobic, but I'm not homophobic and I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm bad at the game, and it's probably hilarious. I would love to see it. I would love to see the video compilation.
It's hilarious.
50 came up here and he was giving you flack for the asking Fab to party. So he'll ask you to play the clip, man.
Yeah, play the clip. Go ahead. Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and Fifth just...
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not...
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fifth. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see it.
Y'all can't see that he loves me?
But see...
You really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
You know he loves me.
I don't think he like you.
Okay.
But why not? Y'all both passionate. Y'all both
I don't know. Yo, check this out. I don't know.
Like
I don't.
Both the same.
No, we are not.
Okay.
We are not the same.
But I mean,
we are not cut from the same
cloth.
cloth.
Work hard.
Yeah, and I mean, I respect that. I don't never hit him with no, nothing. I don't even think of no other man. Besides, if I'm thinking about another man, I'm thinking about uplifting. I'm not thinking about all that. All them gnats. They can't really touch me. Y'all, at the end of the day, y'all see and y'all know what it is. Mm-hmm. The track record. Y'all know the business acumen. Y'all know the community service. Y'all know what I'm about, you know, and when he does that, it's like funny to me. I don't really take it personal. I know he has a different sense of humor, and he's just not in my life. We don't have to never cross paths, and I will never say nothing negative about him, you know, because that's just not me.
It feels like something must have happened though, like that we just don't know about behind the scenes.
He loves me.
That maybe a situation, a deal went bad.
Nah,
I don't know what it is.
Sometimes people that feel like they don't like you and they act like that, they really love you. Like I'm not like, you know, just saying it to say, you know.
But
I mean, it's something about me that has him on me all the time, and I'm not going nowhere.
For many fans, the unresolved nature of 2Pac's murder represents a painful lack of closure. The idea that powerful figures in the industry might have had a hand in his death adds to this frustration, suggesting that justice has been elusive due to the influence and resources of those involved. Eminem and 50 Cent's actions can be seen as a call for accountability, a demand that those with knowledge or involvement be held responsible. The hip-hop industry has evolved significantly since the 1990s, but the echoes of that era's feuds and controversies continue to influence the present. The allegations against Diddy and the confrontation with Eminem and 50 Cent highlight ongoing tensions and unresolved issues within the industry. As the genre continues to grow and diversify, it will be essential for artists and industry leaders to address these historical grievances and work towards a more transparent and equitable future. The alleged confrontation between Eminem, 50 Cent, and Diddy over the murder of 2Pac Shakur is a significant event that has reignited old controversies and brought new attention to one of hip-hop's most enduring mysteries. While the truth of these allegations remains uncertain, they underscore the complex and often turbulent nature of the music industry. As fans and observers continue to grapple with these revelations, the need for justice and closure for 2Pac Shakur remains as pressing as ever.
Yeah, I can't wait to check them shows out, but I want to backtrack to a comment you told me earlier that caught my attention. You gave a shout out to the Pirus. I had no idea. You a Piru?
I was just playing when I said on Bloods and Crips, meaning like I'm serious. That was a kind of a joke, like on Bloods and Crips, cause I was just joking. Yeah, that's why I was a joke. Yeah, that was a joke. Cause I said on Bloods and Crips, cause I was joking. Meaning like I'm so serious, I put it on everybody. Like,
But you actually a Piru, right? Because I know I came across an interview that Wack did, and you know he was very adamant about you being a Piru. I had no idea, man. That's something new to me, yo. I had no idea you was a Piru.
well, since I was shit, I don't even remember 4 or 5. I grew up in a neighborhood in Carson called Centerview, so that's where we grew up, and everybody adapts to the neighborhood that they from. So yeah, and now doing positive things with the gangs is crazy. Our new company, Gang Up, is a company that'll actually, I think, open up more opportunities than ever for every gang all over, with some of the stuff that we're gonna implement into this new campaign. So I really can't wait for everybody to see that. So they see that if you were affiliated or a part of a gang, or you know, are now because you're young. Usually when you're gang banging, it's like from like 12 to like, I don't know, 18, and then you kind of go into college and have babies. But and it's instilled in you forever. But I think that with these new opportunities, that myself, Donut, and the new team that we're working on now, it'll definitely, I think, change where we are now in gangs and give them a new approach and something else to look forward to.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Salute to you for that, man. But you being a Piru, how did that come about? Did you get put on, or how did that work?
My neighborhood was Pirus, which is the P. But yeah, that part of Ray J and part of my world again is very small, in a sense of, if you're from out here, then you know what's up. If you're from anywhere else, you might be like, what the you get what I'm saying? And so it's a definitely a LA thing. Shout out to the Pyru, shout out to the Blood, shout out to the Crips, shout out to the North Side, South Side, all my SA homies, for sure. Shout out to all the gangs.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to you for that. You know what I ain't know, man? I had no idea that you and Snoop, y'all was cousins.
Yeah, Snoop, my cousin. We all from Mississippi. We all from Mississippi. Everybody is from anywhere from Greenwood, Jackson, Macomb, and everywhere else up this block. We all been related. And you know, it hasn't been a super duper public thing over time, but I think it's getting more popular now. But my granddaddy used to take you know, Daz and Snoop's either mom or mom's sister or cousins to school way back before we was born. Like it stretches far back before us. So shout out to Snoop. Shout out to everybody in Mississippi, up the coast, up to 55 and on down.
So did you know the whole time that you and Snoop was cousins, or did you find out after both of y'all was famous?
Nah, hell nah. Snoop used to come pick me up, Snoop and Daz, when I was real, when like Brandy had her first album popping. I used to lie to Pops and tell him I'm about to do my homework somewhere down the street. Snoop and Daz used to pick me up, used to hide under the seat, used to take me to Can-Am every day. Yeah, this shit been going on for a hell of a long time.
The confrontation between Eminem, 50 Cent, and Diddy has elicited a range of responses from others in the music industry. Some artists and producers have come forward to express their own suspicions and experiences, adding weight to the allegations, while others have defended Diddy, emphasizing his contributions to hip-hop and questioning the motives behind such accusations. Veteran artists like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, who were closely associated with 2Pac during his time at Death Row Records, have also been drawn into the conversation. While they have not directly accused Diddy, their reflections on the turbulent 1990s hip-hop scene provide valuable context and underline the high stakes and intense rivalries of that era. Snoop Dogg, in particular, has been vocal about the need for peace and reconciliation within the community, advocating for a focus on honoring 2Pac's legacy rather than perpetuating conflict. The media's role in shaping public perception of this confrontation cannot be overstated. News outlets, blogs, and social media platforms have been abuzz with speculation, analysis, and commentary. Major publications have run detailed features exploring the historical context of the East Coast-West Coast feud, the careers of Eminem, 50 Cent, and Diddy, and the numerous conspiracy theories that have emerged over the years.
How you feel about everything that's going on with Diddy right now?
It's just not okay. And, you know, when somebody is around somebody and we're counting on them to be one of our leaders in a space that we're all trying to get to, that's not acceptable to do. And it's not okay. I mean, it might be forgivable in the sense of a spiritual realm of life or forgive everybody, but it's unforgettable. And that's where you just draw the line on friendship and hanging out and supporting and being cool. It's like, niggas, it's done, you know, and that's it.
Yeah, that video was out of pocket, man. It should never get to that point where you stumping a female, man.
It's not okay, man. And it's not something that niggas can just take lightly, you know? Cannot do that. Not okay. Niggas is not cool. Period.
You knowing Diddy personally, was you surprised when you seen that video?
Heartbreaking. And shameful. And unacceptable. I've never seen nothing like that. I've never seen nothing like that in the history of my life. So that's a new for me. I don't know what kind of demon you are, but you know, somebody need to motherfucking form an exorcism fast.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, I'm still in disbelief about what I seen. To see him kicking her like that, man, yeah, that was crazy, man.
There's no place in that. And for somebody like me or anybody to say what I'm saying, they better not have had something like that happen. You get what I'm saying? Because now they done put their whole self at risk with being honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like people watch these reality shows and you see certain people arguing and shit get a little tense, right, on reality. But there's a certain level of where you don't go. You get what I'm saying? And this and that just do not go together. It just doesn't. You can't compare this of, you know, a back and forth verbal, whatever it is, in a sense of having a disagreement, right? And even getting too loud at this point is not even okay. But that is way on another page of somebody yelling or screaming. That's not humane.
You think it's over for him?
It's not about that. It's just about, you know, life in this industry goes on without certain people because their membership club is revoked. Their membership in the club is revoked. It's over. So you don't have room to make mistakes like that in the big club. You can't do that. You can't. It's inexcusable.
What you mean by that when you say his membership is revoked?
Meaning, if you threw a party tonight, the people on your invitation list, that club, the people that throw a party tomorrow or a foundation for be anything that has substance to it, right? It's no longer available for certain people to be invited to or welcome.
The confrontation between Eminem, 50 Cent, and Diddy over the death of 2Pac Shakur underscores the unresolved tensions and deep-seated issues within the hip-hop industry. It serves as a reminder of the need for accountability, transparency, and healing. As the hip-hop community continues to evolve, addressing these historical grievances will be essential for fostering a more inclusive and supportive environment.
When it comes to Biggie's murder, do you think Diddy should be held accountable?
No doubt. I didn't think that way, you know, because I too was traumatized in a way, to be totally honest. When you pull somebody out the car and they done pissed and they done shit on themselves, and you know you got that dead weight in your hand, and you got to sit down there and tell this man mother, you know, what you heard, what you saw, after this dude that lied to his mother. That's trauma, bro. I don't care how hard you is. And Biggie ain't the only dude that I've seen get murdered in a party, at a party, or being murdered. But he's the only one that I had to grab in my hands and carry and help put him on a gurney, a stretcher. He's the only one that I gotta constantly hear his music on the radio. He's the only one that I can't get Miss Wallace out of my mind when she grabbed both of my hands and said, I don't want to hear no more, with tears in her eyes, man. To have an experience like that for probably and arguably the world's greatest rapper of all time, that's crazy, bruh. So now, he's responsible for not having enough security. He's responsible for having Big there. He's responsible for not listening to security by telling them, if we go to this party, one of us gonna die tonight. Somebody gonna get killed tonight. They coming to kill us, Puff. I want these kids to know ain't no party that big. Ain't no party that good. Ain't no party you should go if you feel or you told that you may not go home. He owed Ms. Wallace. He owed Ms. Wallace. And I didn't feel that way at first until I heard it said on another YouTube show when Clark Kent said that Big told him